Hello children, welcome back. We are into our first chapter of biology life processes. Okay, NCERT में this is your sixth chapter. We have already done plant nutrition, animal nutrition, maybe humans में nutrition we have already started. In my previous class, I taught you about the structure of the digestive system. Today I am going to tell you about the process of digestion. Now before I tell you about the process of digestion, I just want to tell you first what. कुछ चीजें ऐसे ही बात कर लेते हैं पहला. Actually, what is digestion? So, digestion is basically a process by which complex food is broken into simpler form. So, complex food is broken into simple form. Now, the moment I say that the complex food will be, broken into simple form, what do I mean by this? तो सुनिए मेरी बात. ये जो पहले तो ये समझ ले, what does the food comprise of? फूड क्या क्या चीज का बना है. फूड आप जो खाते हैं, आप रोटी खाते हैं, दैट इज एक्चुअली कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. सो फूड इज मेड अप ऑफ कार्बोहाइड्रेट. देन यू हैव दाल विच इज एक्चुअली प्रोटीन. फिर दाल में आप घी का छौंका देते हैं, राइट? यू पुट ऑयल इन द सो दैट इज योर फैट और द लिपिड. देन यू ईट वेजिटेबल्स. The vegetables give you what? They give you vitamins and minerals, and besides that, many of the vegetables, they also provide roughage. So basically, the food that you eat, it comprises of the following. Food comprises of carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins, minerals and roughage. Now I told you digestion is a process by which complex food is broken into simple form. So first we have to see that of all the types of food we eat, हम जो भी खाना खाते हैं उसमें से which food is complex. Only that needs to be broken down. So let me come first to the first one. So yes, if you ask me, carbohydrate is complex, and if it is complex, so here what has to be broken into what? The starch or the glycogen, STARCH, starch or the glycogen. I will explain you everything. चीजों को पहले समझिए. When you eat roti, a plant food, then plants store food, carbohydrate in the form of starch. But if you are having non-vegetarian food, say if you are having meat में क्या होता है? It is the animal food. In animals they do not store food in the form of starch. Animals they store it in the form of glycogen. So in case of both starch and glycogen, they are complex carbohydrate. Complex means they are made up of many monomers. They need to be broken down into simple form, and this simple form is called as glucose or fructose, right? So this has to be broken down into the monomer that is called as glucose. So yes, carbohydrate is complex, so it actually needs to be broken down. Now let us next come to protein. Protein is again a complex food, and it needs to be broken down into the simple form called as amino acids. Great. Now let us come to fat. Is fat a complex food? Yes. It has to be broken down into fatty acid and glycerol. ठीक है, ये केवल दो चीजों का बना होता है, फैटी एसिड एंड ग्लिसरॉल. व्हेन यू डाइजेस्ट इट, देन द फैटी एसिड एंड ग्लिसरॉल they are separated. So fat also needs to be broken down because it's a complex food. Now let us come to vitamins, minerals and roughage. About vitamins and minerals, they themselves are microscopic. Vitamin, ठीक है, minerals, what happens? Blood directly absorbs it. That does not need to be broken down. Vitamin and mineral को broke down करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती because they are already very small molecules. So this does not require digestion. This does not require digestion. Now what is roughage? And what is the role of roughage in digestion? Now listen. Roughage are those food material that help you remove the undigested food from the anus in the form of fecal matter. मतलब क्या है? सुनिए. This is your digestive tract, child. See. आपने खाने को डाइजेस्ट किया, and this digested food is absorbed, and after that the water is absorbed. I told you in the large intestine. तो जब आपका digested food water absorb हो गया, तो you know that in the rectum what happens, that the undigested food is there, and this undigested food has to be removed from the anus, and this undigested food is called as fecal matter. This is called as fecal matter. But I'll tell you what. ये जो रेक्टम है, जब तक ये रेक्टम, व्हाट आई शोड यू, दिस रेक्टम, दिस पार्ट इज कॉल्ड एज रेक्टम, दिस ऑर्गन इज कॉल्ड रेक्टम बेटा, जिसमें ये फूड स्टोर होता है, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज रेक्टम। नाउ व्हाट आई वांट टू टेल यू इज दैट जब तक ये रेक्टम ढंग से भरेगा नहीं, if it is not full it will not be able to release the excreta। आपने सुना होगा कितने लोगों को कभी-कभी 2-2 3-3 दिन constipation हो जाता है, they have constipation, that means the stool is not being released। why? it is a sac like structure and the mouth is covered by a sphincter। you know that what is a sphincter, I told you earlier also, these are structures, I should have used a lighter color here, say what is a sphincter? This sphincter is a rubber band like structure। जब यहाँ पर फूड में एक certain load बनेगा वेस्ट का, तभी वो इस sphincter को खोल पाएगा और बाहर निकलेगा। so there has to be a certain load। अगर बहुत कम, इसीलिए अगर आप बहुत ज्यादा फ्रूट जूस पीते हैं, so you don't have stool clearance, you have constipation। why? because stool when you have juice में आप क्या करते हैं, say I am having only juice पूरे दिन, संतरा का जूस। So when I am making the juice, what I am doing, all the roughage I am collecting, हम छानने में सारे रफेज को फेंक देते हैं एंड केवल जूस रहता है, जूस में जो विटामिन मिनरल्स हो तो अब्सॉर्ब हो गया, मेरा फीकल मैटर बन नहीं रहा है, द बैग इज नॉट गेटिंग फिल्ड, इट इज नॉट गेटिंग द वेट टू गेट इट ओपन। जब तक इसमें वेट नहीं आएगा, खुलेगा नहीं, तो होता क्या है, देयर इज नो फीकल क्लियरेंस, देयर इज नो फॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्टूल लीडिंग टू कॉन्स्टिपेशन। सो इसलिए कहते हैं कि पत्तेदार सब्जी खाना चाहिए, पालक वगैरह खाना चाहिए, क्योंकि इस पालक वगैरह की सब्जी में मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स आर नॉट डाइजेस्टेड, right? so this undigested food adds bulk into this rectum, as a result what happens, this gets full, and once it gets full it acquires a certain load and pressure, so that the sphincter opens and through anus fecal clearance can take place. So what is the role of roughage? Roughage does not give you energy, roughage does not give you minerals, roughage does not give you vitamins. roughage, it just helps in stool clearance, it helps in fecal matter clearance, it just helps in gut clearance, so that the waste can be removed। आप जब घर पे भी आपने कभी देखा है, आप जब मौसमी का जूस निकालते हैं, so वो roughage इकट्ठा हो जाता है। now you need to clear that machine, clean that machine, so that tomorrow again you can put the मौसमी। और what will happen, अगर वो यहाँ वहाँ चिपका रह गया तो next time आपका जूस नहीं निकलेगा। so that is roughage, जो जूस के बाद आपका संतरा वगैरह के जूस के बाद जो आपका बच जाता है वो छिलका, that is roughage। so you need to have roughage, that is why we say please do not make juice, try to eat fruits, because the undigested part of the fruit, it helps to form the roughage। so I just want to show you once again, you are studying digestion in humans। what is digestion? First try to understand, digestion is a process by which the complex food will be broken down into simple food। so first we need to realize what the food is made up of। so food is made up of carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins, minerals and roughage। the carbohydrate needs to be broken down, yes, so this is one thing that requires digestion, ठीक है। the protein requires digestion because the complex protein needs to be broken down into simple amino acids। the fat needs to be digested because the complex fat will be broken down into fatty acid and glycerol। vitamins and minerals are already broken, and roughage is not meant for digestion, it is actually meant for bowel clearance, that is the clearance of the gut। is that clear? now that you understand what the digestion process is and what digestion has to what involves, now let us try to study the process of digestion, ठीक है। as you know, in us digestion does not take place in one organ but various organs। we do not have a digestive organ, we have a digestive organ system, right, which starts right from the mouth। so the first part of the digestive system is mouth। so let us try to find out, और एक चीज याद रखना बेटा, what all needs to be digested, the carbohydrate needs to be digested into glucose, right, I'm just writing it here, the protein needs to be digested into amino acids, and third, the fat needs to be digested into fatty acid and glycerol। now before I proceed, I want to tell you one more thing, मैं एक और चीज बताना चाह रही हूँ, वो क्या है। This digestion of complex food into simple food takes place by special type of molecules called as enzymes। the enzymes actually lead to this breakdown। इस breakdown में एक चीज और बता दूं, there is a specific enzyme for specific function। कार्बोहाइड्रेट डाइजेस्ट करने वाले एंजाइम अलग होते हैं, प्रोटीन डाइजेस्ट करने वाले एंजाइम्स अलग होते हैं, फैट डाइजेस्ट करने वाले एंजाइम्स अलग होते हैं। ट्राई टू रिमेंबर दैट। and you have a lot of organs. Mouth में कुछ अलग डाइजेस्ट होगा, then stomach में कुछ अलग डाइजेस्ट होगा, and duodenum में कुछ अलग डाइजेस्ट होगा. Since food comprises of many parts, carbohydrate, protein, fat, we have many organs. Each organ is specialized to digest a particular type of food only, and every type of food is digested by a unique enzyme. This is something you must remember always. So let us start with the mouth, right? So in case of mouth, what happens then? अच्छा, mouth तो हटाइए. पहले you must remember, as I told you, in human beings, the digestion is a holozoic digestion. So one thing more we will understand is, since the digestion is holozoic, it will be of 5 steps. The first step will be ingestion. The second step will be digestion. The third step will be absorption. Right? The third will be absorption. The fourth will be assimilation, milation, and fifth will be egestion. Right? ये 5 step में होगा क्योंकि हम में भी holozoic nutrition. So first let me take up the step 1, which is called as ingestion. Now how do we do ingestion in human beings? We do it with the help of hands. With the help of hands, we pick up the food and we place it in the mouth. This process by which the hands pick up the food and place it in the mouth, this process is the first step, that is ingestion. Once ingestion is done, the food is placed in the mouth. This food must be started to be broken down. That means digestion. Digestion, I just now told you, it is a process by which the complex food will be broken down into simple forms. So this second step, that is digestion, now needs to take place. That means the complex food needs to be broken down into simple food. Now let us see the role of mouth. Okay? So what happens the moment you put the food in the mouth? There are 3 things in the mouth which actually contribute to digestion. 1, teeth. Second, tongue. And Tongue, sorry. And the third is a liquid called as saliva. Right? We have 3 things. Now let us look at the role of teeth. The teeth crushes the food. ठीक है? It helps to crush the food and bring it into smaller pieces. So that is the role of the teeth. So teeth का role है to crush the food. Great. Now what is the role of the tongue? Tongue has 3 roles. 1, I told you, it helps to rotate the food in the mouth. That means it helps in mixing of the food. Second, I told you, tongue helps to give the taste of the food. What is the taste? Great. And third, I told you that tongue also helps in swallowing of the food. This swallowing, this is done with the help of this. So it is swallowing. So these are the 3 functions of the tongue. Right? Now let us come to the third part. Mouth में आपने खाना डाला, ingestion. The teeth breaks it. The tongue rotates it, gives you the taste, and later it will help in swallowing. At the same time, the mouth has a pair, 3 pairs of salivary glands, and this salivary gland will pour their juice called as saliva into the mouth. So let us now try to see what is the role of saliva. Okay? So to know the role of saliva, I am just changing the page. Just let us see what is the role of this saliva. Saliva is a fluid-like substance which is secreted by the salivary glands. This saliva has 3 roles. 1, it moistens the food. It moistens the food. Right? That means once saliva is added to the food, you must have noticed the food gets very soft and pulpy. एकदम लुगलुगा सा हो जाता है, लुगदा बन जाता है मुंह के अंदर. It gets very pulpy. So it moistens the food. ठीक? It moistens the food, it softens the food. Why does it soften the food? Because आपके NCERT में लिखा है it moistens the food as well as it softens the food. And आपके NCERT में इसका कारण लिखा है why does it soften the food? It says that the entire digestive system of your body, it is made up of a very soft layer. आपका digestive system का अंदर का layer soft है. तो अगर आप hard food भेजेंगे digestive system से, the digestive system will get excoriated. वहाँ पर आपको खून निकलने लगेगा. So the food has to be soft so that it can be easily, it can go through. So the saliva is actually made up of 2 things. I must tell you first this, that saliva is basically made up of 2 things. 1, it is made up of mucus, and second, it is made up of enzymes. Right? So I'll just draw it like this. 1, it is made up of mucus. Mucus का ये दोनों फंक्शन है, to soften the food, to moisten the food, and second, it is made up of enzymes. Saliva also contains enzyme. Saliva है क्या? ये fluid है जो आपके मुंह में बनता है. ये जो आपका राल बनता है मुंह में, that's saliva. What is it? It is mucus. Mucus means a thick liquid. है ना? Liquid है. This liquid will what it will do? It will moisten the food. It will soften the food. Other than that, this saliva also contains enzyme. Which enzyme does it contain? It basically contains an enzyme called as salivary amylase, right? It contains an enzyme called as salivary amylase. I must tell you this, amylase enzyme के बारे में एक चीज होता है, ACE किसी भी enzyme के पीछे जब ACE लिखा रहता है, that means breaking, and amylose means carbohydrate. That means salivary amylase is a carbohydrate digesting enzyme. It will break the starch that you eat, right? It will break the starch that you eat into simpler forms, into they are basically disaccharides. It mainly forms, it makes glucose plus, it forms dextrins and maltose. ये स्टार्च को डाइसैकेराइड maltose में तोड़ता है. आपकी बुक में लिखा नहीं है maltose. Maltose is a disaccharide. So this is a starch. Starch is a polysaccharide. It is made up of many glucose molecules, right? 2 glucose molecules. That is called as maltose. So it breaks the complex starch into simpler forms. आपके बुक में से ये लिखा है. It breaks the complex starch into simpler forms. The name of that simple form of starch is maltose. It is a disaccharide. Once you break it, you will release 2 molecules of glucose. But in your NCERT, it just says it breaks starch into smaller pieces. So let us complete the mouth once again. As I told you, we can go back to the previous page and we can see that we were studying about the mouth. The mouth contains teeth, which helps in breaking down of the food. The tongue, I told you the function of the tongue. Then it has a liquid called as saliva. Then I told you that the saliva is basically made up of 2 things. One, it is made up of a fluid part called as mucus. The mucus moistens and softens the food. Second, the saliva also contains an enzyme. The enzyme that is found in saliva is called as salivary amylase. This salivary amylase will act only on carbohydrate. आपको क्या क्या ब्रेक डाउन करना है? जस्ट लेट अस सी वंस अगेन. आपको ब्रेक डाउन क्या क्या करना है? कार्बोहाइड्रेट, प्रोटीन एंड फैट्स. माउथ में प्रोटीन डाइजेस्टिव एंजाइम नहीं है, फैट डाइजेस्टिव एंजाइम नहीं है, केवल कौन सा डाइजेस्टिव एंजाइम है? कार्बोहाइड्रेट डाइजेस्टिव एंजाइम. वो क्या करता है? बड़े बड़े कार्बोहाइड्रेट के जो मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं उसको डाइसैकेराइड्स 2-2 की यूनिट पे तोड़ देता है, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड एज maltose. बट इन योर एनसीईआरटी यू हैव टू से जस्ट दैट द स्टार्च इज broken down into simple sugars. Right? So with that, digestion in mouth is complete. Once digestion has been done in the mouth, now this food will go where? To the pharynx, and through the esophagus it will land into stomach. Okay? So mouth से it will go to pharynx and then esophagus. So now let us come to the role of esophagus. Okay? What is the role of esophagus? Now you know that esophagus is a long pipe-like structure which extends from the pharynx, and it pierces the diaphragm, and then it opens into a large sac-like structure called as stomach. So this long tube-like structure, approximately 24 centimeter in size, this is called as esophagus. Now this esophagus का क्या-क्या function है? पहला बात मैं बता दूं, esophagus does not secrete any digestive enzyme. So there is no digestive enzyme secreted by the esophagus. One, this is the first function. Second, this esophagus is only lined, secretes mucus. Why does it secrete the mucus? So that अगर आपका esophagus mucus से lined होगा, it is something like this. You have a pipe, and the pipe is lined by grease. ग्रीस होता है ना बेटा, बहुत सारे डोर वगैरह में, स्कूटर वगैरह में ग्रीस लगा देते हैं so that things become easy. तो अगर पाइप में ग्रीस लगा रहेगा तो what will happen? Any food will slip down very fast. So what happens is esophagus, it makes mucus. This mucus allows the food to slip very quickly into the stomach. Besides, I taught you in my earlier class, it shows a phenomena called as peristalsis. Peristalsis. This peristalsis means contraction of the longitudinal and circular muscles so that the food may very easily slip into the stomach. So esophagus is nothing, it is just a pipe which passes the semi digested food from the mouth into the stomach. ये कुछ नहीं है, केवल मुंह में जो आपका आधा खाना डाइजेस्ट हुआ उसको स्टमक में पास करने के लिए बस बीच का एक जरिया है. So it has been made moist, lined by mucus so that it slips easily, and secondly it shows peristalsis which again allows the food to move quickly into the stomach. Right? So we have done the next part, that is esophagus. In many books esophagus actually starts with E. That is also right. ठीक है, it is oesophagus or esophagus, both the spelling is right. You can either write it like this or esophagus. This spelling can also be written. ठीक है, so I told you the role of esophagus. It is just a long pipe-like structure which connects the mouth with the stomach. No digestion takes place here. It secretes mucus and shows peristaltic movement which allows the food to quickly move into the next part, and the next part is your stomach. Right, so now let us come to the next slide where I will show you the role of the stomach. So let us first draw the stomach. Stomach is the most distended part of your digestive system. ये आपके digestive system का सबसे चौड़ा हिस्सा है, that is your stomach. Right? Now what is the role? What is the role of this stomach? Let me tell you first. This stomach का दो तीन role है. First, the stomach churns the food. It mixes the food. You'll say, yeah, yes, beta. All your digestive system, entire digestive system is lined by muscles, and entire digestive system shows peristaltic movement. I don't know whether you know or not. आपका फूड सबसे लॉन्गेस्ट स्टमक में ही रहता है, सबसे ज्यादा देर के लिए स्टमक में ही रहता है, एंड द स्टमक विल शो लाइक दिस, पेरिस्टाल्टिक मूवमेंट लाइक दिस, एंड इट कीप्स ऑन चर्निंग एंड मिक्सिंग द फूड. जैसे आप आटा जब लगाते हैं, देयर इज एन आटा मशीन, नीड, यू जस्ट पुट द आटा एंड द water and it just goes on mixing the atta like this. So it does, it mixes the food, it churns the food, it is the longest, the food stays for longest duration in your stomach. So that is the first function. Second, this stomach, it makes a juice, special juice called as gastric juice. It makes a special juice called as gastric juice. Now food has already come here, beta. As I told you, the food has already reached here. The semi-digested food has reached here. Now, what part of the food that got digested in the mouth? In mouth, only the carbohydrate got digested. In stomach, only the protein will get digested. Only the protein part of the food will get digested. Remember that. हाँ, माउथ पे कौन डाइजेस्ट किया था? कार्बोहाइड्रेट का सेमी डाइजेशन हुआ था. यहाँ पर प्रोटीन का सेमी डाइजेशन होगा. So I told you it makes a juice called as gastric juice, and what is the function of this gastric juice? The gastric juice is basically made up of three things. One, it is made up of mucus. First, it is made up of mucus. Second, it is made up of HCl. And third and most important, it is made up of enzyme. Enzyme मैंने ऊपर बनाया है क्योंकि this is the most important thing that it makes. Now let us first come to the mucus. What does the mucus do? What does HCl do? What does enzyme do? No, I will tell you reverse. First, I will tell you the role of first I will tell you the role of HCl. Then I will tell you of enzyme. Then I will tell you of mucus. HCl का काम क्या है? HCl makes the pH acidic. It makes pH acidic. Why? What is the function of making the pH acidic? ये आपको question आता है. One function is given in your NCERT and another function they have said you think about yourself. So I am going to give you two functions because two functions can come. So this gastric juice is actually a mixture of, this is my gastric juice, and this gastric juice is mixture of three things. One, it is mucus. The second is HCl. What does the HCl do? It makes the pH of the stomach acidic. Right? It makes the pH acidic. Why? Because the main enzyme which is made in the stomach, the name of the enzyme is pepsinogen. The name of the enzyme is pepsinogen. याद रखना, किसी भी enzyme के पीछे अगर O-gen लगा हुआ रहता है, if you find O-gen written at the back of any enzyme, that means it is in inactive form. Remember that. It means it is in inactive form. So if the enzyme is in inactive form, of course it will not work. I'll give you an example. See, I have a pen here. ठीक है? But I have a cap on top of the pen. So can I write with this pen now? No, I cannot. Why? Because the pen is inactive. The pen needs to be removed. Only then the pen will get active. Only then I can start writing. Similarly, this enzyme is inactive. समझ लो इस enzyme पे ढक्कन लगा हुआ है. This enzyme needs to be converted into its active form, that is called as pepsine, right? And ये pepsine बनाने के लिए, I need HCl. HCl changes the medium of the food, right? The medium of stomach, and this stomach allows pepsinogen to get into pepsine. So the first function of HCl is it helps to activate the enzyme pepsine. Activate enzyme pepsine. Enzyme pepsine otherwise inactive tha. In presence of HCl it got activated. This is the first function. What do you think the other function can be? Just think of it. What other can be the function of this? I will tell you. जब आप खाना खाते हैं, just imagine like this. जब आप खाना खाते हैं, तो बाहर में कितने सारे बैक्टीरिया वायरस है कि नहीं? आप इसे खाना उठाए. By the time you put it in the mouth, so many pathogens are found in the air. All the pathogens will stick to the food. सब खाने में चिपक जाएंगे. And obviously जो आप खाना खाते हैं, it is full of microbes. So when this food you eat it and you throw it in the stomach, जैसे ही खाना आता है स्टमक में क्या है? एसिड का स्विमिंग पूल है. तो जैसे ही खाना एसिड में गिरेगा तो सारे जो पैथोजेंस है, जब वो HCl, do you understand? It's very concentrated HCl. The HCl is 1.5 pH, very concentrated. अब आप सोचो ना, ऐसे इमेजिन करो कि बस आप खाना खा रहे हो और खाने के चारों तरफ है ना सारे जर्म्स चिपके हुए, and they are very happy कि yeah, we are entering into the body, and suddenly they fall into a pool of HCl. They will all shout. Why? Because HCl will actually burn them well. So another function of this HCl is what? It acts as antibacterial. It is antibacterial in function. So just I want to tell you one thing is, आपके NCERT में एक ही function लिखा है, that is it activates the enzyme pepsine, but at the same time ये लिखा है कि can you think of any other function? So please remember another function. They are antibacterial. They help to kill the germs and the bacteria which have come along with the food in the stomach. Right? So I told you stomach releases a juice called as gastric juice. The gastric juice is made up of 3 parts. One of them is HCl. I told you the function of HCl. The second thing is the enzyme that is called as pepsinogen. Now I will come to this. For that I am going to take another page right now. So it makes an enzyme called as pepsinogen. First, this pepsinogen, I told you, in presence of pepsinogen, in presence of HCl, right? In presence of HCl, this pepsinogen will get converted into pepsine, right? It will get converted into pepsine. Now this pepsine, what it will do is, this pepsine will act on the protein part of the food, right? It will act on the protein part of the food, and it will break protein, this enzyme pepsine, into simpler forms. What is the name of the simpler forms? You need not know their names. You need to know these names when you come in class 11. Right? So, second thing is that stomach made an enzyme called as pepsinogen, which got converted into pepsine, and the pepsine, it breaks down protein into simpler forms, into simple proteins. Okay? So, I have given you the function of the enzyme also. Now we will come to the third function, that is the function of the mucus, and there I will tell you something very interesting about your subject. Okay? So what is the function of this mucus? I will tell you. I remember when I was young, your age, उस वक्त we did not have so many channels that we see today. उस वक्त दूरदर्शन आता था, right? And दूरदर्शन में मुझे याद है, they once asked a question, कहता है कि you have protein digestive enzyme in your stomach, right? Stomach can digest food. It has protein digestive enzyme. It can digest food. Now what is the food you eat? The food you eat, it can be a vegetarian food or it can be a non-vegetarian food as well. Food तो veg भी हो सकता है, non-veg भी हो सकता है, okay? अगर आपने non-vegetarian food खाया, तो what did you eat? You ate the meat of some animal. And what is, meat? Meat is nothing but the body part of another animal. हो सकता है आप मीट में क्या खा रहे हो? जिस एनिमल को खा रहे हो उसका स्टमक खा रहे हो, maybe. Meat is what? So what it is trying to say is your stomach is also meat. When lion eats you, जब हमको lion खाता है तो हमारे stomach को भी खाता है. This is meat. So when your stomach can digest stomach of another organism, why does it not digest itself? स्टमक खुद अपने आप को डाइजेस्ट क्यों नहीं कर लेता? Because we can digest both vegetarian and non-vegetarian food, and the stomach is comprises of non-vegetarian. जब हम दूसरे एनिमल को खाते हैं तो उसका stomach is the meat that we eat. So when we can digest someone else's stomach, why don't we digest our own stomach only? हमारा खुद का stomach अपने आप को क्यों नहीं digest करता? उसका कारण ये है, the reason that is given is because the stomach is basically lined by mucus. This mucus, देखो ये पूरा mucus से lined है. Just see this. This mucus is found not only in stomach, it is found in the entire digestive tract, and this mucus does not allow the enzyme and the HCl to directly come in contact with our wall. ये हमारे ये ना एक परत का काम करता है. It is something like this कि suppose I have a book, ठीक है, and I am going in the rain. अगर हम रेन में जा रहे तो obviously what will happen? The book will get the pages of the book will soak water and they will get destroyed. But मैंने क्या किया? book को एक polythene bag में डाल दिया. Now even if I am carrying the book like this in the rain, my book will not get wet. Why? Because it is coated by polythene. Similarly, your stomach is internally coated by mucus. This mucus does not allow the HCl or the enzyme to come in contact with the wall of your stomach. Thus, it prevents the stomach from getting excoriated. So just let me write it. It prevents the mucus, prevents the wall of the stomach from getting affected, है ना, by the action of किससे? By action of HCl and enzyme. इस enzyme and HCl को वो stomach के wall के किनारे नहीं आने देता. Thus the wall of the stomach remains protected. Is that clear? So with that we have done digestion in the next part, that is stomach as well. So let me quickly revise you. The food broke down in the mouth. This semi-digested food via peristalsis, it went through the esophagus and landed in the stomach. The moment the food came in the stomach starts moving like this. It churns the food. This is the first function. At the same time, it releases a juice called as gastric juice. The gastric juice is made up of three things: mucus, HCl and enzyme. Mucus, it coats the wall of the stomach and prevents the wall of the stomach getting harmed from the action of HCl and enzyme. Now what does HCl of the gastric juice do? It makes the medium pH acidic, which is essential to activate the enzyme pepsinogen into pepsin, and at the same time it kills the bacteria in the food. Third is the enzyme. The stomach contains only the protein digestive enzyme. The name of the enzyme is pepsinogen. It is inactive. With the help of HCl, in the presence of HCl, it converts into the active form, that is pepsin. And this pepsin, right? And this pepsin will break down the complex protein into simpler forms, right? So this is what happens in the stomach. अब आपके NCERT में कहता है, I just draw it over here. It says that this food in the stomach, once it is digested, we saw that the protein part of the food got digested. Now what happens is the food will move to the next part of the digestive system, that is your duodenum, right? It will move to the next part of your digestive system called as duodenum. So let me draw it here, duodenum. Now, before it moves here, I told you about this in my previous class. Here there is a sphincter. That is what your NCERT says. ठीक, this sphincter is called as pyloric sphincter. तो इसका नाम लिखा है, आप याद करोगे. This is called as pyloric sphincter, and I told you the function of the sphincter. SPH pyloric sphincter. And the function of this sphincter is it allows the food to move only in one direction, that is from the stomach to the duodenum, and not back into the esophagus. यहाँ नहीं जाने देगा, ये आगे जाने देगा. ये बहुत important 1 mark का question आपको आएगा. What is the role of sphincter? The sphincter regulates the movement of food only in one direction, that is from esophagus to stomach and from stomach to duodenum, and not in the backward direction. Is that clear? Now the food will reach to the next part of your digestive system, which is called as your duodenum, right? So let me just draw the other parts like this. This is my stomach, and I'm just drawing it little bigger over here. ठीक है, just to explain you, this big part is the first part of the small intestine, and this first part of the small intestine is called as duodenum, right? This we call it as duodenum. Now, as I tell you about duodenum, D-E-N-U-M, as I tell you about the functions of duodenum, I just want to tell you that food will be finally digested here. Digestion gets completed here. I told you that in heterotrophs, the digestion is of 5 steps. What are the 5 steps? First I told you ingestion, then I told you digestion, then I told you assimilation, absorption and egestion. I told you that, right? So first step ingestion is done, the second step is digestion. The digestion of food will be completed in this part, which is also called as your duodenum. Right? Now what will happen in the duodenum? I will tell you that, but before that, I just want to tell you what is the status of food right now. The status of food is that, if we look at it, the status of food is that the carbohydrate, right? I'll just take a better pen so that you can see it. The carbohydrate was partly broken down in the mouth. It was partly broken down to form maltose. The protein was partly broken down in the stomach to form little simple protein. अभी भी अमीनो एसिड नहीं बना है, थोड़ा सिंपल फॉर्म, मतलब अगर ये मेरा प्रोटीन था तो it has been broken into little simpler forms like this, but अभी भी ये अमीनो एसिड में नहीं टूटा, it's not broken into single amino acids, it's not broken down as yet, so little bit of protein has been broken down. अभी क्या बचा हुआ है duodenum में? You need to digest the, you need to completely break down carbohydrate. आपको यही खत्म करना है, तो डाइजेस्ट आपको करना, आपका क्या क्या काम ड्यू रह गया है. I'll just draw it here. What are the work that has been now actually left? So what is left is carbohydrate needs to be completely broken down. Needs to be broken down. The protein needs to be completely broken down. And fat तो भी digest होना start ही नहीं हुआ है. Even the fat needs to be broken down into fatty acid and glycerol. ठीक है? Carbohydrate थोड़ा बहुत टूट चुका है. It needs to be broken down into glucose. Protein थोड़ा बहुत टूट चुका है. Now it needs to be broken down, remaining into amino acid, and the fat needs to be broken down into fatty acid plus glycerol. Very good. This is what is left, and duodenum is the last place. Now I will tell you, duodenum में complete होता है digestion, but not alone by the duodenum. अकेले duodenum से नहीं होता. Here 2 more organs they work. What are those 2 organs? So let me draw one of them as just one of them is pancreas. One of them is pancreas. The pancreas will also release its digestion in the duodenum, and the other is the liver. The liver makes biles. It stores in the gallbladder. This liver will also release its digestive juice over here. That means in duodenum, digestion takes place from 3 sources, right? One, by the action of pancreas. The pancreas will make an enzyme called as pancreatic enzyme. Pancreatic juice, not enzyme, pancreatic juice. This will contribute into the breakdown of food. Second, this is the first. Second, liver भी अपने secretion को duodenum में डालता है. So we will see the role of liver. The liver makes a juice called as bile juice, and we will see what is the role of bile juice in the final digestion process. And the third is duodenum itself. So the first is and the third is duodenum. And the duodenum will also make a juice called as duodenal juice. This is called as duodenal juice, right? And with the help of all these 3 juices, which 3 juices? The pancreatic juice from the pancreas, right? The pancreatic juice from the pancreas, the bile juice from the liver, and the duodenal juice by the duodenum itself. With the help of these 3 enzymes, with the help of juices from these 3 sources, finally the food needs to be completely broken down. ठीक है, जब आपका फूड अभी कैसे ब्रेक डाउन होगा? How will the remaining carbohydrate be broken down? How will the remaining protein be broken down? How will be the remaining fat broken down? And how finally the carbohydrate will be converted into glucose, the protein will be converted into amino acids, and the fat into fatty acid and glycerol. The remaining steps, how it actually happens. And after digestion, you know what will happen. There will be assimilation, then there will be absorption, then there will be assimilation, then there will be egestion. So how these remaining steps they take place, right? This we will see in the next class. Now before that we go into in the next class we will complete the remaining part. Before I actually go there, I just want to show you what we have already studied in NCERT. हमने NCERT में क्या पढ़ा है और कितना पढ़ा है. So we will quickly see that. Now look at this, very important. I'll tell you all the questions. I just have a simple request. Keep writing the questions at the border and underline the answers over here. ठीक? The alimentary canal, first question आएगा. The human digestive system is made up of alimentary canal. So what is an alimentary canal? So please write a question over here. What is alimentary canal? It is a long tube which extends from the mouth to the anus. Well, the one mouth tube that is called as. ठीक है? This tube has different parts. The various regions are specialized to perform various functions. So question है, my question is, what is alimentary canal and why is it differentiated into various regions? This single one tube which extends from the mouth to the anus is called alimentary canal, and it has different regions because each region is specialized to do a separate function. ठीक है? So what happens to the food when it enters the alimentary canal? This experiment we will see it later. Now we eat various types of food that will pass through the digestive tract. ठीक है? Now let us see, the food needs first to be crushed. So सबसे पहले the food will reach the mouth. Mouth has teeth. What is the function of teeth? It crushes the food. ठीक? Then what happens? The mouth releases mucus. ठीक है? मैंने mucus कहा था, आपके NCERT में लिखा water. Why? Because when we eat, what happens? The saliva. Our mouth waters. This is not only water, but it is a fluid. This fluid is called as saliva. Do you know why is it like that? Because आपका क्या लिखा है? हाँ, the food is made soft and it is wetted to make the passage smooth. ताकि food आराम से आगे खिसक सके. So the saliva makes water, which moistens the food, makes it wet. So that is the role of the water. That is the role of the teeth. This is the role of the water. Besides the salivary gland, it makes certain biocatalyst called as enzyme. The enzyme which is made by the saliva is called as salivary amylase. Question आएगा, name the enzyme that is made by the saliva and what is its role? Its role is it breaks down the starch, which is a complex molecule, to form a simple sugar. Besides, the food is mixed with the saliva, ठीक है? And then अब आ जाते हैं टंग का फंक्शन क्या है? It helps in swallowing. आपके बुक में एक ही लिखा है, that is swallowing. So teeth का फंक्शन लिखा है, टंग का फंक्शन लिखा है, सलाइवा का लिखा है, सलाइवा में रोल ऑफ म्यूकस लिखा है, रोल ऑफ एंजाइम लिखा है, right? Now, once the food is digested, now what will happen? The food needs to be moved in a regulated manner. एक तरीके से वो जाना चाहिए along the digestive tube. Right? So why? Because in every part a specific type of digestion it occurs. तो यहाँ पर एक very आप लिख सकते हो very important question. What is peristalsis? The lining of the canal, the entire canal shows peristalsis. केवल stomach नहीं, पूरा gut peristalsis दिखाता है so that the food can move. ठीक? They have muscles. These muscles they contract rhythmically in order to push the food forward. This is called as peristaltic movement. The muscles of the gut they move in a regulated manner to push the food forward. This is called as peristalsis or the peristaltic movement. तो यहाँ question लिख लो, what is peristalsis, right? And where does it occur? It occurs all along the gut. ठीक है? अब food से कहाँ जाएगा? The food from the mouth will go to the stomach through esophagus. Right? So अब esophagus से food finally कहाँ पहुँच गया? The food has reached the largest part that is called as the stomach. So let us see the role of the stomach. The stomach is a large organ. You know that it expands. The moment the food comes, it is a bag-like structure. It expands. ठीक, the muscular wall of the stomach help in mixing of the food. तो मैंने कहा था ना, one role of stomach is to churn the food. So the wall of the stomach has a lot of muscles. These muscles they actually churn the food. The digestion in the stomach is done by gastric glands. There are certain glands which are present in the stomach. If this is my stomach, this is the lining, there are certain glands, right? This gland is called as gastric gland, right? This is called as gastric gland. And the juice it makes, that is called as your gastric juice. This is called as gastric juice, right? So it has glands, it produces gastric juice. Now gastric juice is made up of three things: hydrochloric acid, a protein digestive enzyme called as pepsin. So what it is gastric juice made up of? One, this, two, this, and third it is made up of mucus. ये बहुत very important question. What is gastric juice? What are its component and what is the function of each of its component? So first we will do the function of hydrochloric acid. The hydrochloric acid creates an acidic medium which facilitates the action of the enzyme pepsin. ये pepsin को activate करता है. What other function can you think? I told you another function. It is antibacterial. What is the function of the mucus? The mucus protects the lining of the stomach from the action of gastric juice under normal conditions. तो मैंने आपको hydrochloric acid and mucus, you have seen the function. Now, then what is the function of the enzyme? It is already given that it is a protein digestive enzyme. The enzyme is आपको कहीं ना कहीं लिखा है, ठीक है? It is a protein digestive enzyme. So pepsin basically digests the protein. So actually I have taught you till here. Till here I have all taught you. From here itself, from here onward, how will the food be digested and whatever यहाँ तक का जो आपका remaining part है, this we will see in our next lecture. Right? So today I have already started the process of digestion. I have taught you all the details till the digestion in stomach. Tomorrow we will continue and complete this topic, that is, nutrition in human beings. Till then, I just wish you understood all the things. Any doubts, please put it in the comment box below. Otherwise also, please do express how you liked it by putting your comments or pressing the like button. And please share it with your friends. Do like and subscribe. I promise to meet you again in my next lecture. Till then, good luck and goodbye.